Now today we're going to be checking out the Ride1Up Cafe Cruiser. It is an interesting segment in the e-bike market in my opinion. It is a cruiser style bike with a commuter style feel, powerful motor, powerful battery, while also being able to carry a passenger. Now this video is not sponsored by Ride1Up, but we do have a video sponsor for today, Phantom Wallet. Today's video is sponsored by Phantom Wallet. Phantom has wallets that can fit any budget, any style, have RFID protection, and come with a lifetime warranty on all models. Whether you want something simple, slim, and on a budget like the Phantom S that can add accessories like a money clip, coin holder, or an AirTag, or if you want to have something a bit more high-end like the Phantom X that is all aluminum and can add accessories like a coin holder, cash holder, ID holder, silicone band, and more, or if you want to go full minimalistic like the Phantom C MagSafe wallet that can attach to your iPhone, all great options to keep you organized and minimalistic on a budget. Thanks again for Phantom Wallet for sponsoring today's video. Now again, big shout out to Phantom Wallet for sponsoring today's video. If you guys are interested in their products, click the link in the description below to be able to support the channel. With that being said, let's get right into the specs and overview of the Cafe Cruiser. Now this specific configuration of the Cafe Cruiser is a high step model coming in latte gloss and retails for $12.95 with free shipping. Now other models on the website will come in carbon matte and indigo matte, both coming in step through and high step, retailing at $13.95 and $14.45 with free shipping. Now the Cafe Cruiser seems to blend the lines between a beach cruiser electric bike and a commuter style electric bike. This is considered a class 3 electric bike, which will give you a top speed of 28 miles per hour under pedal assist and 20 miles per hour under throttle only, which we'll be putting to the test momentarily. Now the frame is made out of 6061 aluminum alloy and has a front suspension with 80 millimeters of travel. The handlebars have a 40-degree back sweep, which definitely give you that beach cruiser style vibe, while also giving you that commuter style feel. Now the rest of the handlebar setup is pretty clean, with flat leather ergonomic grips, hydraulic disc brakes front and rear, rapid fire shifters on the right side, throttle on your left, and a controller to be able to navigate through all the settings on your left side as well. Now the Cafe Cruiser comes with nice plush saddles for both the rider and the passenger, as well as foot pegs for the back passenger. Now the Cafe Cruiser gives you the option of riding in 5 pedal assist levels or throttle only. The pedal assist levels will get you a top speed of upwards of 28 miles per hour, and the throttle only 20 miles per hour, which we'll be putting to the test momentarily. Now you're able to achieve that top speed with a 48 volt 750 watt Bafang motor, partnered up with a 48 volt 15 amp hour battery pack that gets you a range between 30 and 50 miles depending on what type of terrain and what pedal assist level you're in. Now with the claimed top speed of 28 miles per hour, it's good to see some really good hydraulic disc brakes on here. These are 180 millimeter rotors, which should stop right on the dime. Let's go put it to the test. Okay, so now it's time for the speed test and brake test. Pedal assist 1 through 5 and throttle only, and we'll be doing the brake test in throttle only at a max speed of hopefully 28 miles per hour. We're using the bike GPS to be able to get this done. If you guys want to download that app, it is on the iOS store. Let's get it started right now, and we are in pedal assist level 1, in the hardest gear, and we're off. 5 miles per hour, 8 miles per hour. Pedal assist level 3 is where we're at. Still cruising, 15 miles per hour. 16 miles per hour, it's knocking up pedal assist level 4. About 19 miles per hour, pedal assist level 5. Put in a bunch of my own effort. See if we can get it going. All right, let's go see what throttle only gets me. All right, we're back here. Throttle only, let's go. See if we can get that 28 miles per hour. I'm gonna tuck back pretty far and sit on this back saddle, see if that helps any. Seems to be our top speed is pretty much reached. So I'm gonna try out these hydraulic disc brakes here in 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, that was really good stopping power. I will say that I think I have a pebble or something in those brakes. I keep hearing a rubbing and I've towed them in. So doesn't seem to be an issue there. There might be something in there. I'm going to assess that here momentarily, but first let's hit stop on here and we're going to talk about the braking. The braking is actually pretty good. It's about 25 to 30 feet coming back to the area where I slammed on the brakes about this far, which is actually pretty good in my personal opinion. Let's go talk about the overall top speed and what I really feel like this bike is geared towards versus cruising. Let's get over to the bench. So when doing this test, it's worth noting that I'm 6 foot tall, I weigh 184 pounds, and when doing the brake test, I lock out the fork, which I'll talk about momentarily on why that helps for the speed and brake test. First, let's talk about the pedal assist level 1 through 5 and what my top speed was. All right, so for pedal assist 1 through 5, I did a total distance of 1,654 feet with an average speed of 19.9 miles per hour with a max speed of 29.4 miles per hour and a total time of 1 minute and 1 second, which is actually really impressive in my book. Other 750 watt motor bikes I've had on this channel and I'm doing this test in pedal assist, I have a really hard time getting that 28 miles per hour. It could be the ergonomics of this bike, could be the gear setup of it, I'm not too sure, but I'm really impressed with the fact that I was almost able to reach 30 miles per hour. Now let's talk about the throttle only. Now with throttle only, I did a total distance of 1,093 feet with an average speed of 19.3 miles per hour, a max speed of 24.4 miles per hour, and a total time of 40 seconds, which is really impressive in my book. But if I did leave it a bit longer, I don't think I would have reached 25 miles per hour. I did feel some type of limiter with that factor. I did feel like some type of pebble, I guess, got into my front rotor, which we'll talk about the braking now, which is fantastic. I do lock out the suspension for the speed test and brake test because you don't want to get any real resistance or lose any of your momentum through your suspension. Now, when it comes to locking on the brakes, I don't necessarily squeeze the front brake and lock it on. I feather it pretty hard and I lock on the rear, which had a really good stopping distance. With that being said, let's see what this bike is capable of with the power section on the hill test. All right, we are here at the hill test. I'm gonna be doing this in pedal assist level 5 and throttle only. I'm not gonna be going through all the pedal assist levels here. We're starting right now in the hardest gear, about a half a pedal take up right there to get this going. We are cruising at 12 miles per hour, 15 miles per hour, 18 miles per hour, steady 18. Here's 16 miles per hour. Coming up to the first turn, what I'm gonna do is not touch the brake. I'm gonna try to gradually pedal through around. Well, I can't pedal around because I don't wanna clip the pedal, but we're gonna keep it going. Coming up to the second turn, 18 miles per hour, 19, 20. I'm gonna tap the brake here. This is a sharper turn. This is that 15-degree grade. Smooth take up. I don't feel any struggling. I don't feel any slag in it. We're going about 10 miles per hour. It's pretty steady, 12 miles per hour. It is pretty cold, do want to note that. 13 miles per hour. Pretty consistent. Let's get back down to the bottom of the hill and test out this throttle only, see if it's capable of taking on this hill. All right, throttle only, dead stop. It's instant, unlike the pedal assist. So when you're doing the pedal assist, it has to wait till the magnets pass each other to be able to engage. Right now we're doing 14 miles per hour in throttle only, 16 miles per hour. Pretty much chilling right about now, 15 miles per hour and staying at 15. I don't feel any struggle like within the motor, but I can feel it's pretty consistent. Right now we're doing 12 miles per hour. I'm gonna hold the throttle into the turn. Second straightaway, it is pretty cold. It's about 32 degrees right now, so that will play a factor on any electric bikes. 17 miles per hour, 18. Let's hit this front brake, casual. 15-degree grade, let's see if we can make it up this. We're doing 8 miles per hour. Steady 8, we're not struggling. I would say that the motor doesn't feel like it's like bucking or grinding like I felt on other motors before. It's pretty consistent, 8 miles per hour. Pumping it at 76.6 watts, 8 miles per hour, right at the peak right now. It did it. I can't say it's the most impressive bike I've had on this hill, but it did it. With that being said, let's get into some of these turns and head back to the shop and talk about my final thoughts. Now in closing, the Ride1Up Cafe Cruiser checks off a lot of the boxes if you're looking for a beach cruiser commuter style electric bike. High top speed, really good brakes, and a pretty consistent hill test, not to mention how comfortable this bike is to ride. I think this thing might be a really good buy depending on where you live. I try to do all my hill tests on the same hill to give you guys a good representation of what to expect no matter what electric bike. I would say this thing needs a bit more newton meters of torque to really tackle that hill at a nice rate of speed. But with that being said, it did perform very consistently and I did not feel any lag within the motor. With that being said, if you guys are interested in the Cafe Cruiser, link in the description below will be able to take you there. If you're interested in today's video sponsor, which is Phantom Wallet, click that link in the description below.